culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Special thanks to Platinum Partner Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, delivering dependable insurance coverage for your auto, farm, and home for over 130 years. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh yeah, this is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, Nebraska Football Hall of Famer.
Blitz is on. Taylor picks it up. Fires. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Canadian Football League Grey Cup champion.
Taylor again, wide open.
First team All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
5 for Steve Taylor. That is a new Nebraska record.
We are live from the 93.7 The Ticket Studios here on Weekly Rap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I am Jake Bachman. Steve is in the building and kind of getting, I don't know if you can call it teased.
I'm getting teased. You got my big picture
bit
up there. Yeah. The captain is, He was giving me a little bit of love.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we were wondering too, because Todd had mentioned it. You went to golfing with Todd Euler for the first time. How was that experience?
Dude, it was an experience. Yeah, I had to. Oh yeah, man, he's a really good golfer.
Is he? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he hasn't played. He played a round and a half in like 2 years. But he's won some club championships and
okay.
And I beat him though.
Yeah.
But, but we were just having fun. We were having fun. But the game is definitely there. He crushes the ball. So I thought for sure he was going to cave in the face on his driver. I mean, seriously, he hits it so far.
He's a good driver.
You lose track of it because he hits over all the trees, all the trouble, and just I felt sorry for the club face and the golf ball the whole day, man.
So he's like Happy Gilmore. Can he putt?
Yeah, he's like, dude, he has like a running start because he hurt his back. He hurt his back like a few years back, and he hasn't played, so he was tightening up on it. But man, his club speed must be 200 or something.
Yeah,
I can see that the skills were there, he just hasn't played very much.
Yeah,
but you don't normally see a guy put together like him. Like he's like his I think he has 17 and a half or 18 inch biceps,
yeah,
and
just creatine every day. So,
dude, he just was just murdering the ball.
Yeah,
you just hear it, you're just like, wow.
You still do too much working out?
Me?
Yeah.
No, dude. I just stretch.
Yeah. That's working out these days.
That's my workout. It's stretching. Stretching and walking is my workout.
Yeah.
That's about all this 57-year-old body can handle right now. Because he was telling me about all of his metabolic workouts and cardio things that he does every day. Now I stretch every day, and I've been doing golf stretches the last month or two. My wife texts me all these new golf exercises to keep my back and flexibility and get my hips in turn. But I'm done. My joints are too sore, dude.
Yeah.
They're just no.
Well, it's interesting because some guys like Terrell will tell it. He just never really was interested in the weight room. Were you a weight
Look
room
at
guy?
him.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm a quarterback.
Yeah, quarterbacks don't hit the weight room as much.
McCaffrey Clayton did. He bench pressed like 500 pounds, but he had short arms. Guys with short arms can bench press, right?
Yeah.
No, I was never. I
Not too into it.
I didn't like to lift weights. My freshman year, my coach started making me lift weights, and I used to go to his house after workout, and I used to lift all these weights, and I did it just to be durable. And in college, I did it because you just want to be durable.
Yeah.
But I wasn't one of the strongest guys, like lifting weights wise, right? Like this dude right here, the captain.
Oh yeah.
No, we're finesse, dude.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are finesse. We work on our touch.
Yeah. Yeah. How more time with the ball? Was there conditioning or was that?
I didn't like conditioning.
Not too much into that either.
I was a 40 guy. I wasn't let's go run the mile. We used to have to run the mile and in the mushroom gardens. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
The mushroom gardens.
I've heard of
winter conditioning,
yeah.
dude. Now I hold my own. I wasn't first, but I was always second, third, or fourth because I was a leader. So you gotta do that, right? But no, man, that stuff I did not really enjoy.
Yeah.
That just comes along with the territory. That's why I couldn't play any other position, man. Running backs, you got to be strong. You got to lift weights and do all that kind of stuff. I'd rather work my mind a little bit and my arm.
How about the stadium steps? Did you run a lot of stadium steps
no.
here?
No, I was never in trouble.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's what mostly the stadium steps was.
No, we ran stadium steps in the summer. Part of our summer workouts, we ran stadium steps. And that was just part of the summer workouts. And that I enjoy, just and what the North Stadium was is not that tall, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a big deal. No, I enjoyed that. I love sweating and doing that stuff, but I was never gonna have a six pack.
Yeah.
So I may go get the shot. Maybe I can lose some weight.
Yeah. There's different ways to do it now.
Or go get it all sucked out. But I'm not gonna be the guy walking around with his shirt off. I will have a wife beater on, or I have a tank top shirt on. Yeah.
Well, one other thing that I did hear that I wanted to get to before we get into it is that I heard that you may have been working out a little bit the other day in the yard because it was like 101 degrees outside. And Terrell said he saw you out there mowing in the dead of the heat.
Dude, you got to get it done.
You weren't going to wait for it.
You got to handle it. Yeah, I told Terrell, dude, your weeds are getting really long. You can no longer see the shrubs. So you're slacking, man. You're slacking. He was shocked when he saw me over there. I'm like, dude, you got to go to practice. You cannot practice if it's 100 degrees.
Yeah.
You got to handle your business. So this is an investment on my rental property. So I have to mow it right now. Times are tough right now.
Yeah.
So and I do it. I do it on a weekly basis every Monday. And regardless of the conditions.
You don't wait for the shade of the evening or anything?
No, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I want to get it taken care
Just
of so
where
I
it
can go
fits in.
so I can go home and watch my soaps.
Yeah, that's what you
And
got.
I gotta get it done early so I can make my tea time the next day and have fresh legs. No,
Yeah.
now you always got to handle your business. So whatever the temperatures are, I'm smarter now. I do. I make sure I'm drinking my fluids.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I knocked it out in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And actually, I came home and told my wife, I said, I feel really good. I got fresh legs.
Good workout.
Dude, I'm from Fresno. I used to mow lawns when I was a kid, and it's 119, 120, So
yeah.
I'm a little older now, but I can still handle it.
Yeah.
I walked 18 holes yesterday in the heat.
There you go.
I put my bag on the golf cart, but I walked.
Yeah.
Every now and then I ride. If it's 95 and I want to take a break, then I ride. But that's my exercise in the summer.
You mostly like walking the course.
I gotta keep moving, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta keep moving. I wanna golf until I'm 78 or 80.
Yeah.
So and once you get in that golf cart, it is tough to get out because it is much easier if you're just riding in a cart.
Yeah.
So that's my cardio. Which is about 9 miles. I take about $15,000 steps, depending on how I'm hitting the ball. If I'm in the fairway, I'm not walking around too much and conserve energy, not looking for other guys' balls. I try to be courteous, but yeah. But that's my workout. Todd and I had a good time. Actually, he even did some business on the golf course.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that's where business is
so
done.
this thing is
often,
working
isn't
out
there?
for him. He's working on the show. He does here, and he met like 2 or 3 of my golf buddies that needed windows.
Oh, there you go.
And he went and did an estimate right on the house on the course.
Yeah.
So he's actually doing some business. So it's paying dividends to be involved and be a sponsor of the ticket.
Well, there
It's a
you
good
go.
deal.
Yeah.
And he got around the golf end.
Yeah.
He lost to me, but he
Didn't
got
get
around
a
the
win.
golf
Was
end.
it close?
No, it wasn't.
Not particularly.
He struggled. He hasn't played in a while.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in a while.
Well, you'd like
And
to take him,
fire throwing is no joke.
if you took him for a scramble, you'd use his drives.
Oh yes, I wouldn't even bother to hit, dude. He crushes.
Yeah.
He crushes the ball, and it's in the fairway too. He lost a
Yeah.
couple, but no, he's solid, man.
Well,
He's
there we
solid.
go.
I wouldn't want a steady diet of him if he started playing regularly.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he gets.
You just rarely. No, Woodhead is playing today, and Woodhead is not as yoked as he is.
No,
and Woodhead
not anymore.
no, he's probably +1, +2. He's playing in the Nebraska. I went and watched that this morning. He's playing in the Nebraska State match play at Lincoln Country Club. So I went and watched him. He teed off at 9:40. I watched a couple of holes, but then I was watching my younger buddy Miles Elgert, who's a freshman at Southeast, a good friend of mine, Chris Elgert, who played at Southeast and won a championship too there. So I walked along and watched him play, and I actually thought maybe I'm not that good. I can't play in those tournaments.
No,
those guys are good. These young kids they hit the ball so far and so straight. They're putting and making some putts. I mean, chipping and making some putts, man. They're good.
You like to challenge yourself, or you like to play with guys that you can beat?
I challenge myself. That's what it's all about,
Often,
man. Yeah, I got a group now. This guy we call him Chicken Legs. He's an A player. I'm like an A- player, and I'm coming off. I came off injury last year, but Chicken Legs can play. And then we got another dude named Nashville. I nicknamed him Nashville, but he looks like Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean on the bottom. Oh yeah, dude, he's bald. And he's a skinny Mr. Clean, and he's really good. They're all good, and so we challenge one another, and I hold my own. So I told myself Mike was beating me, and Mike is probably a 1 or 2 handicap golfer, And I was coming off injury and working on my swing, and I said by June I want to be beating you. And I've done that. I've done that. So
set some goals for you.
Yeah, but he has these weird chicken legs. I even gave him a gift the other day of a chicken. It's an egg with these chicken legs, look just like his legs. Dude. And he has this little bob squat that he does when he drives the ball, and he just hits it a mile. But now he's kind of upset because now I'm like hitting it further than him, if not the same. And he's like shocked, right? Because earlier I was not, because I had this over the top swing and I was pushing it, right? But now I'm holding my own. So. What prime time say? I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
We're coming.
I'm coming for you, man.
What's the strength of your game? Is it the long game, the short game, mid range?
I'm actually my iron play used to be my strength, and that's still there. I'm consistent.
Yeah,
my consistency.
That's a strength.
And I'm a fairly good putter. I could be a better putter, because that's where the juice is.
Yeah,
and I can make some putts, and so I'm a pretty good putter. I wish I was a great putter. But I hold my own. So I would say my consistency and just my grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my iron play was normally my strength. I can get the ball pretty close. And that's coming back. So I'm pleased with that. So I'm getting back to a version of my old self.
Well, let me ask you this, because we're getting closer to July. Just around the corner. For the football players right now, back in your time when you were playing, what was what was kind of the thought process a couple months leading into the season? Is it, you do have your summer workouts and you're waiting for fall camp to open up. What's just kind of just before that?
Dude, we were just having fun, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just relaxing.
I mean, we were focused, and we would do summer workouts, and and of course you're enrolled in a class, right? It's a 1-hour class, but it was really a time of relaxation for us. I mean, we were focused, and we were talking about the upcoming season and everything, but we're all jovial, just kind of camaraderie, hanging out with players, and just kind of enjoying the time off. And it's a different mindset now, It was football, but it wasn't football 365 days a year like it is nowadays, right? You're just, sometimes you just got to reset. And so we just went to parties, house parties. And, you got 1 or 2 classes. You got summer session, you got pre-session, and the first 5-week summer session. So it's really laid back. And you just have some summer workouts and everything. But we were focused and knew what we wanted to do. But it was really just a time of team bonding, just hanging out with the fellas. Because guys would come and go. A lot of guys would leave and not be here for the summer. You don't have the full team and everything. So it was cool. We had a good time.
Well, I do want to talk about something here. We're going to take a quick break and then talk about Nebraska's home field advantage, because it has.
Is there one?
There's been much less of one as of late, to the point that in the newest video game, they just ranked the top 25 toughest places to play.
Are we 25?
Nebraska's not even ranked. So we'll talk about those struggles. Talk about playing at Memorial back in your day and where that would have ranked back then. We'll do that coming up next year on Weekly Wrap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. We'll be back after this.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see decreasing cloud cover throughout the day with an afternoon high around 88. Tonight, a chance of showers and storms late, otherwise mostly clear with the low around 66. And tomorrow, we'll see a chance of showers and storms throughout the day with the high around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Clicker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Special thanks to Platinum Partner Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, delivering dependable insurance coverage for your auto, farm, and home for over 130 years. Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter. Every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Want to contribute to medical advancements and get paid for your time? Join the clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access medicines in development, and get study-related care at no cost. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
You know that dollar bill you've got stuffed in your wallet, purse, or pocket? Give it a little respect because it could win you millions. Lotto America from the Nebraska Lottery is here, and it only costs $1 to play. It has a $2 million starting jackpot with drawings every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. What's more, you can add the All-Star bonus for an additional $1 to multiply any prize won. So unwrinkle that dollar bill in your glove box and play today. Lotto America top prize odds 1 in 26 million.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experience team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years. Do you need your event or venue secured? Call Tank Security Team. Tank Security Team is Lincoln's #1 non-lethal security company. Tank Security Team offers first-class security with efficient and quicker response times. Hire Tank Security Team. No hassle, no headaches. Call Tank at 402-310-3589 and get secured today.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
We're not going to just sit back and run RPOs and all these different little things you'd run when you have a run first quarterback. We got a pass first quarterback, and that's going to make us super effective. You're not going to be able to put 9 people in the box. That's what Coach Rule is talking about. You're not going to put 9 people in the box and think that you're going to get it done against us because you got a real gunslinger and you got receivers. Those 2 things alone, especially if we get a running back that can make somebody miss, we will be deadly on offense.
Back to rapping with Rico and former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're happy to be with you here on another Wednesday. I'm Jake Bachman. He is All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, and we're about to go through some maybe a tough discussion where Nebraska has fallen as far as home field advantages go.
I wish it was tough, but unfortunately it's not.
It's less tough to come into Lincoln and get a victory now than it was back in your day. But I also wanted to ask you this because I saw this from Husker Max writer Dave Feet had a picture that he in a tweet that he had out there. It's a picture of you. It's behind center.
I love those shots, man.
Yeah, it looks really good. You have the all reds on for Nebraska,
that was
which
cool.
looked great going up against OU. And he was wondering, there's a tiny decal on the back of your helmet. Maybe looks like an orange bowl, but you're telling me that's not what it was.
Nah, okay.
Rashawn's asking here for
No, you're good. Look, Captain's always trying to get it on myself.
In.
But before Jeff Small gave me my nickname, Taylor Made, that's actually how I got Taylor Made, T-Made. He did a couple stories, and he was talking about how Taylor Made is, is Taylor Made for our offense. So that was later in my career. But early in my career, I had 2 nicknames, and one was the Kid, and that was given to me by Tom Banderas, Clete Blakeman, and Juice, John Kelly, right? Just because I was so young, and I was playing varsity, and so that was one of my nicknames. And the other one was, apparently I had like fat cheeks, or what do you call this here?
Okay,
Yeah, fat cheeks, right? I didn't think of him, so I came out one day and picked up my helmet, and Clete and Tom went and got a bunch of stickies of chipmunks, and they stuck them all on the back of my the back of my helmet and number 9, and so my other nickname was Chippy. So and I wore those actually that whole season.
That whole season.
It was kind of cool. Yeah,
little deal there.
Yeah. So that's what I miss the most, man, about the locker room, because guys do funny jokes like that, and yeah, they had a bunch of Alvin, the three chipmunks or whatever.
It was one of the chipmunks.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of them on the back of my helmet, so I just left them there. It was kind of cool.
Did you?
They still to this day call me the kid,
Yeah.
Chippy. When
Chippy.
Cleve comes in, hey, what's up, Chip? Or
Yeah.
Chip, what's up, kid? And I just get this fuzzy little feeling inside my heart when they say that.
Takes you back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Nobody else call you Chippy throughout your life?
No, dude, I got so many. My rookie year in Canada, they called me Snack Time.
Why is that?
Because when I used to travel with Nebraska, I used to go and buy like snacks, like seeds, or my favorite was licorice.
Okay, yeah.
And so I used to travel when I was traveling with the team in Canada. My buddy Brian Walling was a running back, number 34. He said, "Dude, you always have snacks." And so my nickname there was Snack Time. Yeah. Yeah. I won't tell you my ones in high school. One in high school was Fat Neck.
Uh-oh.
I had a big fat neck, and Anthony Johnson was a great shortstop and a defensive back. Just he and Leon, they called me Fat Neck. And seriously, that's what they called me to.
Not all these nicknames are very nice, are they?
Well, I do. When I look at my picture, you look at my sophomore picture in Nebraska, my neck was like huge. It was like bigger than my head, right? It was huge, right? And so they named me Fat. And I never really thought about it until I saw it. But
yeah.
So that was Fat Neck. Yeah. Yeah. And I got some other ones I won't tell you about. But yeah. But teammate has always sucked.
Well, that's interesting too. Did they I mean, like now I think it's very important to, reflective of the university, all that stuff of what's on your uniforms. And nobody ever asked you anything about that sticker?
It was just, it was little decals. I don't know where they got them from.
Right.
They just stuck them on the back of my helmet. Yeah.
Did other players have anything like that? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting.
No, they probably had stuff happen to them. That's kind of a cool thing. That's kind of a respect kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was kind of cool with that.
Yeah.
So when I hear Bando calls me the kid, it's like, and no one else knows what's going on. They don't know it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's
yeah.
kinda cool.
Well, there you go.
Could be worse
names.
names.
Bit of history.
Could be worse
Oh
names.
yeah. There are plenty of those.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah. So there we
Chippy.
go. Figured out a bit of a mystery there on Twitter, and very fun to do so. Let's get into this. The EA Sports has released their top 25 toughest places to play in college football. And I've seen it. Nebraska not in the top 25 for what it's worth. We can go through it real quick. At least the top 10. Kyle Field at Texas A&M is number 1. Memorial Stadium down there, Bryant Denny Stadium at Alabama is number 2. Tiger Stadium for LSU, number 3. Ohio Stadium, number 4. Of course, Ohio State. Sanford Stadium at Georgia rounds out the top 5. And then from 6 through 10, you have Penn State, Camp Randall there in Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Florida State, and Florida round out the top 10. Others of note, I suppose.
See, that's why I liked during our break, I asked you to start from tell me the 25.
Yeah.
I think that's more reflective of where we are.
Where Nebraska could be.
Yeah. No, I think it's more reflective
where they are.
Where we're not, because we're not even.
Right.
But just to show you kind of the schools that have surpassed us in that. So I think that's more reflective of the actual top 10. The actual top 10, those are easy. Those are givens.
Yeah.
It's the 25 to 19. I mean 25 to 10 to tell you how far we've kind of dropped. I think it's more reflective when you hear those.
Yeah.
Name those schools.
Yeah, well, so we'll go through from 20 to 25.
Start at 25 and work your way.
Yeah. So 25 is Davis Wade Stadium, Mississippi State. Of course, a lot of cowbells there, but I don't know if I think of that as more intimidating than going to Memorial Stadium.
So do you think if we played Mississippi State, we would beat them?
I'd have to look closer at Mississippi State, but Nebraska's about as bad of a program the last 8 years
I'm just saying
in the Power 5 as there's been. And that's where
so we'll probably lose because Mississippi State, they would probably beat us.
Yeah, Boise State's at 24.
You think Boise State will beat us? Okay.
Arkansas at 22.
They would beat us.
Maybe they've had their own problems the last couple of years.
Okay.
Spartan Stadium, Michigan State at number 22 did beat us at Spartan Stadium last year.
They beat us.
So there you have it. 21 Notre Dame.
No, they would beat us.
And number 20 Iowa, Kinnick Stadium.
Oh, we beat Iowa though.
A couple of years ago.
So we beat two of those teams, and we beat Iowa in Iowa with Mickey Joseph.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Right. Last time we went to Kinnick.
Was that a couple of years ago?
It was.
It was. I really had one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that's kind of the competition that surpassed Nebraska.
Wisconsin. Go ahead.
Wisconsin Camp Randall's at number 7.
Oh, they're way up there.
Michigan, who has one of the nation's longest winning streaks at home, is all the way down at 16. I think that's kind of interesting.
They dropped quite a bit.
Yeah. For what it's worth, the last time they made a video game, they had these similar rankings back in 2013. This is the Bo Pelini era. Nebraska was ranked 13th. The 13th toughest places to play.
We were winning 9 games.
Yeah.
We were.
That's kind of, and before you get all upset and say, well, that's BS, they should respect Nebraska and all that.
No, you got to earn that.
You got to look at where Nebraska is. Their home record the last 7 years.
We lost to Northern Illinois. I don't even want to talk about
we've lost
the teams we've lost to at
Georgia
home.
State. I mean,
let's forget that.
19-26.
Stop. I told you not to say that.
I'm sorry. It kind of hurts to hear out loud, but that's the last 7 years protecting home field. 19-26.
I know tailgating was great, and then it was like that was the end of it.
Yeah. That's as much fun as you're going to have today. That was the Michigan game last year. I've never, and that's not to say anything about this program and where they are now.
No, they're different spots.
But I mean, that even at halftime, I've never felt so hopeless, I suppose, walking out of Memorial Stadium. Because I did. I mean, a lot of us, there's a large, somewhat, it was 30-0 There was no chance whatsoever anything was happening.
I don't even want to revisit all
right,
those.
So
I have blocked that out.
Yeah.
It's forgotten.
Well, that is good.
And hopefully these 7 games that we have, we can get five wins out of these first 6 or 7 games that we're going to play this year.
Well, one good note for Matt Rule last year, and I know the overall record was similar, but they did have a winning record at home. They were 4-3 at home. It's not obviously dominating anybody.
Yeah, no,
but that changes. The last time they had a winning record at home was 2018. So that's a long streak.
Fuck, you're killing me, man.
I mean, we all know Nebraska's football struggled. So any which way you run into it, there's going to be troubling numbers. But
the last 5 years,
the home field
has just been extremely difficult.
Yeah. Also, I did go back to 7 years. 8 years ago, Nebraska did go 7-0 at 2016. Went 7-0 at home.
Was that Riley?
That was Riley. Yeah, the 1 year of Riley. They lost 62-3 on the road to Ohio State.
They
lost the games.
And we have to. I don't know if people know that Coach Riley's wife, Dee, passed away, which was and she was a sweetheart. She was a sweetheart. I remember, my wife was showing her houses for a year, and she had a reaction to a chemical, and we would show a house to her, and she would forget that we saw that house,
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was kind of a tough deal, but she was one of the sweetest women that you would meet. She was so nice. And it's unfortunate she passed.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that out.
Yeah, she's had a tough go the last 3 to 5 years. And Riley's been right there, been open with it and everything, which is a testament to what type of guy he is.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about Coach Riley the other day because I said, dude, did you know him? Because he kind of gets a bad rap a little bit. He really does. I said he was more productive than a lot of coaches we've had here.
Yeah.
And he had the shortest leash.
Yeah, he had a short stint.
He had the shortest leash, but if you look at his record, you can say what you want to say about anything. It was better than Frost. It was better than Callahan.
Well, it's interesting too.
People just kind of just roll over that and dismiss it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's fair to him.
Well,
they really
somewhat
strong
armed him with his defensive coordinator too. If he would have kept Banker, which I understand.
Well, I don't care. I mean, Callahan kept, what was the guy Callahan kept that was giving up?
Yeah, Cosgrove.
I remember that.
They basically forced Rule, or at least it looked like they forced Mike Riley to get rid of his longtime defensive coordinator, Mike Banker, who had like a top 30 defense. It wasn't incredible, but it was okay. We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, whatever.
Then they brought in Bob Diaco, and they never.
And that was a disaster. That was a disaster. I remember that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my point is that he had the winningest record of 2 or 3 of our coaches, and he had the shortest time to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's just a fact. You can say what you want to say, and on record, Mr. Frost had the worst record of them all, and he was given the longest leash.
Yeah.
And had the keys to the kingdom. So if you just call things like they are, that's what I do. I don't take sides. I just call them like they are. You have to be fair when you're assessing those type of things because you really don't know what could have happened for whatever reasons. But I just remind people, Riley had better records than 2 or 3 of our coaches that were fired and had the shortest amount of time. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying what it was. You know? So
especially that 2016 season. I mean, that was the last one Nebraska really had too much juice to.
And we beat UCLA. We beat UCLA in the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 2015. I think that would have been
with
late
players.
2015.
Yeah,
but
with players that were not his players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really never did. I mean, he basically had 2 years and
2.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, like three games, and then the writing was on the
On
wall.
the wall.
So he never really did get his players necessarily. I mean, you got Tanner Lee, obviously was it, so you brought in some guys, but as far as like you typically say, okay, bring in this freshman class, we'll see what they look like as seniors. Never saw it.
Yeah. So I'm just calling like it is, and when Frost came, Frost pretty much changed the roster when he came. He got rid of a lot of Riley players.
Yeah, he did.
Scott had, Anyway, I was just saying those are the facts. They're simply the facts. That's all they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I mean, when we go back to the toughest places to play, Nebraska not being on that list, and again, it's you're seeing it from far way out. The other thing is that it's it's just so far from where it's been, and that's where obviously back in your time, I don't remember how many home games could you remember losing?
We held our own.
Yeah,
we held. I mean, you never even talked about those type of things because it was we handled our business,
Yeah.
But when you're losing 50% of your games.
Well, and it's just a far cry from 91 to 98. Nebraska won 47 straight home games.
Yeah, think about that, dude.
47.
And the games and the people that we may have lost to were top 10 programs.
Yeah.
The Florida State. That was my freshman year. I wasn't playing. They lost to Florida State at home. I remember that game. It was 119 degrees or something like that.
Was it?
I was on the bench. Yeah, they moved us up from varsity. Brought in Leroy. I talked to Leroy Etienne the other day, by the way. He's doing well in back in Louisiana.
Oh, good.
But anyway, we never talked about those things. Just like I never heard of bowl eligible.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was such a thing,
Yeah.
But when you're going down that road,
bowls like given the championship is what you're thinking about.
Yeah, the conference and national championship. But bowl eligible. I never heard of things like that until we started losing like we did.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, it's crazy to think of where things were, where they've been now.
Yeah.
By the way, the record for most consecutive home wins of all time. How about this? Miami Hurricanes from 85 to 94, 58 straight home wins.
That was a tough place to play, dude.
Yeah.
It was tough to play.
Yeah. With like 5 different coaches. They were rotating coaches back then. But,
Jimmy Johnson, Erickson, they were doing their thing. They were powerhouse. Dude.
So that
they were doing things illegal and having a lot of fun, but
right.
But hey.
And Clemson, as of late, from 2016 to 2022, had 40 game win streak. So that's pretty interesting to see how close they got. Right now, currently, who do you think has the longest win streak in the nation?
Oh, who was it? Well, it would have been. Well, Alabama gave that up.
Yep. Going into last year, was
Georgia.
Alabama.
Probably Georgia.
It is Georgia. 25 straight home wins for Georgia. They sit on top of that list. So I if I were a Georgia fan, I'd be a little bit mad at this list to be number 5. And statistically, right now, have the best home field advantage.
It seems like Georgia never really gets the respect that they really deserve. Almost like a Clemson.
Yeah.
I think when you look at their overall program, I mean, they kind of get overlooked, I think, a little bit. And that's because of what Alabama has done.
Yeah. And because, I mean, I think both of them were seen as programs that, just kind of on the cusp of crossing the line and then have in the last decade, won multiple championships. So
Florida,
it's kind of adjusting.
Florida kind of get their respect.
Yeah.
A little
Florida
bit.
Does, yeah.
I mean, they kind of do. You had the Tim Tebow and you had the, who's the other Hall of Famer that won the Heisman that was coaching there before that won that?
Steve Spurrier.
Steve Spurrier, and what they've done. And then you had, of course, who's the other guy that was Ohio State? That
Urban Meyer.
Yeah. So they you had they kind of get their respect.
Yeah, they're going through it now. They're not. They're having a tough.
I wonder what Ohio State's record was. Did you say that? They're pretty stout.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They must have lost recently because the other top home streaks, Michigan's at 22, and again, according to this ranking, Michigan the 16th toughest place to play in college football. I'd be pretty mad about that, but again, maybe it has more to do with
I've been in that stadium. It's a pretty cool stadium.
It is. Holds a lot of people.
It does. I mean, it's
big house.
When I was traveling with the team and I went to these stadiums, now Penn State was up there.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of Happy Hollow.
You weren't too impressed
when
you went there?
or whatever. What?
You weren't too impressed when you went to that game?
Nah. I mean, it was old, man. It was like really old.
Packs a lot of people there too, but
and that's when they was having all that controversy with all the sexual harassment and all that kind of stuff. But I did appreciate the tradition and the history.
Yeah,
that's one thing I will say about. It seems like they have a richer, older conference. In the Big Ten. But I did appreciate that. So now I saw where they got their arrogance from.
Yeah.
And why they think so much of themselves, because there's a lot of history there.
Yeah.
So that I did appreciate. And then it was great venues. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really recruited too heavily from those Eastern schools.
Mhm.
I got letters from like Penn State, but I never really considered them. They were a ways away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never really gave that much thought.
Yeah. How many post, I guess, your playing career, how many stadiums have you been to? You like to travel a lot of the away games?
I did when I was on the radio with the university. I traveled to all their games,
all of them,
and that's the reason why I did it. When they joined the Big Ten, I wasn't going to do it. My wife asked me, you may want to just go experience that. I was like, you know what, fine. I give up golf on a Friday.
Yeah,
on a Saturday. I used to hate getting on that charter flight at 12:00 when guys were 10 off. And it was 75 and 80. It was tough, but I saw some nice venues. Wisconsin was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw a lot of different traditions that they were doing. And so I gained to appreciate that, because all I knew was Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
I will make it. I've been trying to make it down to Texas.
Yeah.
I've been down there, but I have not been to a game. And I do want to experience
see
that. Yeah. It's kind of nice to get out of that, to see that. And schools have just as much pride and tradition as we have at Nebraska.
It is really
And so
cool.
so you kind of have an appreciation for that. Now, there's no other tailgating like it is at Nebraska. Only thing I could probably equate to the way we tailgate is when the Buffalo Bills, when I was playing in Canada and I was playing back east, we used to go down to a Buffalo Bills game. That's when D. White was playing with the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
And then Nate Turner was playing there.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to a couple of games. And that was an experience. Those fans were stupid crazy. So I would say that tailgate experience was very equivalent to what we used to do at Nebraska.
That's interesting. Even back in the day, because Bills Mafia.
They were like, it was like they were nuts, man. I'm like, whoa.
Stereotypes.
I mean, that was pro. I mean,
yeah.
And I think probably Green Bay is probably like that. I've never been to Green Bay, but the Bills, and that's when they were rolling, man. I mean, that's when they were rolling with Thurman Thomas and all those guys and everything, and Jim Kelly. But they tailgate none other, none other. So it was interesting to see that.
Yeah.
But Nebraska tailgates are wild, dude. They're not that wild anymore.
Get some winning going, and they'll be a little more wild. Let's take a quick break. We've got one more segment here with weekly wrap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor coming up after the break.
Grandpa, Mom, and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online
online at prg-ne.com.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Koppel. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados. Plus, Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville. $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn to ride a motorcycle, how to start a small business, how to dance, or take a course to advance in your current career path. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Back to Rapping with Rico and former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor and not Rico.
And not Rico. Come on, you guys keep fumbling. Come on, you're gonna pull my ratings down. A little bit I have. Get on the production manager. Come on, man.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
Yeah,
We'll write that down.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, I stabbed myself with my pin while
God.
I did that.
It's been like how many months now?
Well, it's only when we're
that
streaming.
when Rico was moved to second base.
Yeah, Rico left the show on good terms. Hopefully, yeah.
Of course, on good terms. He kept changing his hair too much.
Yeah.
Every time I come in, his hair was different. I need more consistency.
I want to ask you this: TJ Lateef, Nebraska quarterback, was out. Attempting to become one of the Elite 11. He's at a little Elite 11 camp. Of course, this is a big prestige as far
Who
as
is this now?
TJ Lateef. This is Nebraska's. He's signed for Nebraska.
Yeah, I remember.
Or not
Okay,
signed. Has committed to
to
Nebraska.
The
But
dual threat, right?
yeah. But some fans are a little concerned at the way that this interview ended. So let me hear what you think here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're going to enroll early.
Yeah.
In Nebraska, and recruitment completely shut down.
Recruitment is, we won't speak on that.
Fair enough. I love it. We'll keep you posted at 247sports.com. But for TJ Lateef, obviously, potentially future in Nebraska quarterback. I'm Tom Loy. Stay locked to 247sports.com.
Ouch.
There you go. If you're Matt Rule, are you giving him a call right away?
No, he's just negotiating his NIL deal.
Oh, you think so?
Of course.
Yeah. Like that maybe be a new part of it. Yeah.
That's part of the thing. You got to play the game a little bit. Get you a couple extra, $250,000 or whatever.
Yeah. That's
You know?
kind of funny because he thought for a second. He just, I'm not going to talk about that.
That is a red flag.
Yeah.
That's like a client coming through the house and say, this house is very unique. I like it, but it's unique. You never want to hear the word unique.
You don't.
No. You don't want to hear that word when you're showing a house, unique.
Why is that?
Because you don't want a unique house. Unique house is a common way of saying, well, I don't want this house. They like it. I don't like that word. Unique.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want that.
I know.
I don't like to hear that. I think that's a qualifying word when I hear unique. You move on.
Okay. Well, that lets me know this wasn't it. Huh?
Yeah. You want something that's more broad, that's more for the masses.
Yeah.
When it's unique, then your buying pool limits.
How many houses do you think you show per client usually?
I used to
before you get there.
Before I did, I was really good. Paul, I learned early in my career. I took all these classes to be a certified residential specialist, and Paul and Madonna Cardell used to show houses all the time, and they would go like, "How do you go out with your clients? You only go out like once or twice." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, first you're going to get pre-approved, pre-qualified before I even go show you a house to make sure that you're committed, that you're serious.
You're not wasting your time.
I'm not wasting your time. I'm not wasting my time. And the job is to narrow the field to your specifications of what you want. So I want to be efficient. I don't want to be in a car for years unless you have to, or something like that.
Yeah.
I said, no. So we won't even go look at houses until, first of all, you met with the lender and you're pre-approved and pre-qualified. And we got all your specs. We've had a meeting. We've narrowed down the location, all the amenities you want in the house. And then we're going to have a short list. So I would say no more than 3 trips.
That's pretty efficient.
No more than 3 trips. Yeah. I try to knock it out within the first trip or 2. Yeah.
I always wondered that because I know some
that was just the way that's the way I worked. I just wouldn't show houses just to be showing houses.
Yeah. Do some realtors do kind of?
Oh yeah. A lot of realtors do. Yeah. I mean, they just think I'm not your realtor.
Just get a look at this, that.
If you just want to go and look at houses, unless you let me know from the very beginning. If we have a buyer consultation and you let me know, hey, I'm in the market for a year. My game plan was tailor-made for all my clients, right? I can move as fast or slow as you would like, but I'm not going to spin my wheels, and if you're going to be a difficult, very, very picky buyer or seller, then I would pass. I was like, you need to go work with someone else, because I know my personality. Even with my daughters, when they come in and start talking about stuff, I have to remove myself from the room because I want to fix it. I had a big meeting the other day with a client that was looking at one of my new constructions. And my main thing I learned was always to try to overcome obstacles. So it's like calling a play. Like you'll call a play, but you'll have 4 or 5 different variations from that play. But I want to get into the right play in the right time and give us the best chance for it to be successful. So I listen to what people are saying. So when they throw up an obstacle, I'm going to come up with something that can overcome that obstacle. So it's no longer an obstacle. So when you leave with me today, there's going to be no reason for you not to buy this house unless you're just not ready or there's some other issue. Then that's a different story. So I kind of have my quarterback approach to my business, with real estate and building houses.
Well, see, I like it. Whenever we can have a weekly wrap session and get to golf,
real
estate, and sports, that's kind of
it
our
wasn't
goal.
intended. It just kind of flows. That's why I like to have a conversation with my man Bob.
That's right. When I'm intrigued by all these things, so
give
I
you
can
some knowledge. Give you some knowledge. Yeah.
But that will wrap it up for weekly wrap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor for this week. We'll be back next Wednesday. Of course, happy hour coming next year on 93.7 The Ticket.